Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I start in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. I'm Zain.
And I'm Hamza.
And this is
The H&Z Show.
But Hamza's missing. Where's Hamza?
I think I'm being invisible right now.
There he is. Right, brother. For the last few weeks, it's been the H&M show. It's been the ZN show. What's happened? Where's the H&Z show gone?
The H&Z show has been a bit busy. I think we've been busy with our life and with work. But we've been off air, but now we're back, and I think we're back with vengeance.
Inshallah. How have you been anyway, brother? I've seen you for a long time.
I've been very good, and it's very good to see you as well.
Thank you very much. I hope you're all sat there ready for tonight's quiz question. As always, we have a £25 gift voucher for you all to win out there. Brother Adil, can we show them the gift voucher?
The gift voucher is coming on your screen just now, and this gift voucher can be redeemed on myshop14.com. If you haven't been on this website, make sure you go on this website, check it out. If there's anything you like, you can first of all call in to our quiz, and when you win, you can choose anything you like and you can buy and purchase for £25.
That's it. You've got rings, you've got pendants, you've got necklaces, you've got books, I believe, as well, coming soon.
A lot of stuff like tasbeehs, turbas, anything you like.
Fantastic. So you got that, and obviously make sure you log into Facebook. What do you remember their Facebook address?
I do. It's the H&Z Show. Facebook.com/H&Z Show. So make sure you check out the bloopers behind the scenes, and if you want to see some funny stuff, make sure you like that page.
Make sure you like that page. We need more likes, inshallah. Yeah, brother Hamza. This week, obviously, as the viewers know, there's a chance to win a prize out there, and every week we always talk about a different topic.
Yes.
This week's topic, I think, is one that can be attributed to many personalities out there.
Absolutely. This week's topic is so good that every holy personality and every good personality throughout the history of Islam and throughout history of humanity have shown this quality. Exactly.
They have to show this quality to be a believer in the first place. And this week's topic is loyalty.
Loyalty.
Now, brother, as everyone knows, we always start with hadith of the week, and we like to show all the viewers this week's hadith relating to loyalty, which is by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, in which he mentions the strongest iman is the loyalty for Allah's sake, by loving and hating for Allah's sake. I'll repeat that again. The strongest iman is the loyalty for Allah's sake, by loving and hating for Allah's sake. So write that down, and inshallah, me and Hamza will discuss this hadith. Yes. What does this hadith mean to us?
I think let me start by saying but what loyalty actually is. I think loyalty simply means that showing support or allegiance to something. And if you're showing your support and allegiance to God or in the way of God, then there's nothing like it. If you're loving somebody for the sake of God, sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then God will love you. And if you're showing hatred towards somebody who has hatred towards God, then obviously God understands and you're doing the same. You're loving and hating in the way of God.
Let's expand a bit on that. Like loyalty, like you said, is the beautiful definition just came out there. Is hits the nail on the head. Is a strong feeling of support or allegiance. But is it just to God?
I think no. It has to be to everything you do in your daily life. It could be towards your family, towards your friends, towards to your work, towards the country you're in. It has to be
exactly. So it's got to be. It could be towards a person. It could be towards a country. It could be towards a group of people. It could be towards a particular cause. So showing loyalty to that. What's the benefits of that? Is there any benefits, or is there negatives if you don't show loyalty?
There's always pros and cons towards something. I think loyalty itself, if it had the main pros that you have for loyalty is that you're showing support and you're showing the fact that you are helping somebody and you are there for somebody. And it doesn't necessarily mean personality. It could be just a cause, a country, or it could be anything in terms of religion as well.
Exactly. Loyalty is one of them things. I think it falls hand in hand with the word trust as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, for example, if you look at the life of the Prophet, peace be upon him, before he married Bibi Khadija, salamullah alayha, he used to be part of a business which included import and export, exporting of trades and goods to Syria. And the Prophet used to do that. And obviously, Bibi Khadija saw that, look, this person is so trustworthy, he's so loyal, he works so hard. Look, at the end of what was the result? They ended up being a husband and wife. So, and she spent all her wealth, and she was so rich, she spent all her wealth in the propagation, in the initiation stage of Islam spreading.
I agree. That's the Prophet did that with his wife, and I think just to mention something Imam Ali has said in Najul Blog in Sermon 41 that loyalty, I'm paraphrasing here, loyalty and truthfulness are twins, and they go hand in hand with each other. And if you stay together to these two things, and if you remember that you're going back to your God, you will never go astray with these things.
Fantastic. And at the end of the day, if you're loyal to, for example, and like I work in a pharmacy, you work as well, you're loyal to your job, you carry out your duties with full sincerity, obviously not thieving, not doing anything dodgy, anything like that. You do that, inshallah, you'll see that you build the trust of your employees, your employers, and inshallah you'll see that your future and your job will be secure.
Exactly. I think it's the main thing that you get is reward, because you first of all, you're loyal and you're trustworthy, you show truthfulness towards something, and people value that. Not just people, God values that. Any system that you live in will value these kind of qualities, and you'll be rewarded in terms of promotion, in terms of job security, and also it's such a good quality to have that it enhances person's personality as well.
At the end of the day, we're giving examples of work, of people. Obviously, there's different groups or causes that you could be showing your loyalty to. Example, towards a charity, making sure that you're helping them to the best of your abilities to help the poor people or to help people who are ill. I mean, all this at the end of the day, like the hadith mentions, is for the sake of Allah. Absolutely. So all this that you're doing, whether it's not just religion, is what I'm saying. It's not just focus on religion, just doing your daily chores, but doing it with full 100% loyalty. That itself is for the love of Allah itself.
Exactly. Loyalty towards your work, loyalty towards your family, loyalty towards your friends, loyalty towards your country, loyalty towards everything around you. You're showing these things, and inshallah you will get rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you're showing that God has given you this quality and you're using this quality to benefit not just yourself but people around you.
That's it. So it's just not just showing loyalty to an individual, it's showing loyalty to your nation as well, to your neighbours, to your whole community. So hopefully the aim is from this, what you see people like your character, they get the Hidayat and come towards the right path, and inshallah what will happen, the nation and the neighbourhood will prosper, and inshallah they will be filled with love and unity. That is the whole message of Islam, isn't it?
Exactly.
The Prophet came to perfect the morals, so at the end of the day we want to perfect our akhlaq and spread that within the community.
Exactly. And let's give some example. Let's start by from not just Islam but before Islam and even through humanity. We can start even from Prophet Adam, the fact that he showed loyalty and he was always loyal towards the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His son Habil, he was always loyal towards the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we see various examples in Quran, and especially the loyalty of Hazrat Ibrahim that he showed towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where he had to sacrifice his son. He did it, and he did it for the sake of Allah, and look what he was rewarded. And
Awesome,
he was rewarded with one of the highest ranks of prophethood.
Amazing, look at that. So he sacrificed his own flesh and blood.
Exactly.
He's ready for that. That's what God. So
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala realized the fact that this person is loyal towards me, and he understood this characteristic, and then he rewarded that person. And it's not just for all the prophets or anybody else. It's people like us, people like you, me, people who are watching this show. Everybody, if you show this quality, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you.
So therefore, like this one time mention the hadith again, in which the Prophet, peace be upon him, says the strongest iman is the loyalty for Allah's sake. You're not doing it for
exactly.
If I'm loyal to Hamza, I'm not doing it for him. If Hamza's loyal to me, he's not doing it for me. We're doing it for Allah's sake. Only for Allah's sake, by loving and hating for Allah's sake. So basically, even if you show hate towards someone, it's going to be for a reason, because Allah will hate that as well. So if you see someone's lying all the time, you're going to hate that because Allah hates people who lies.
Exactly.
So
let me give another example, like where you're saying that when you're hating for Allah's sake. Let's take Imam Ali's example, where he was in the battle and where the person spat on Imam Ali.
Yeah.
And he got angry, and then he just walked away because he said, no, I'm getting angry for myself. And then when he calmed himself down, he went back into the battle, and then he killed the other person because it was for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So basically, you're putting Allah before everything that you do in your life. Right, I think all the viewers are getting restless out there. I can feel the chair shaking, look, water shaking on the table as well. Right, we need to reveal this quiz question. Is everyone ready for this quiz question? I think last week, was it last week, 2 weeks ago, me and Avro, is a very hard...
really?
It was a maths one.
Okay.
It's basically times the number of chapters by the number of verses, and we're getting all sorts of answers, brother. Me and Avro got confused as well. People thought, oh no, what's the right answer? But inshallah, this time it'll be much easier.
Easier, and so that everybody can get involved in the show and give us your answers.
But inshallah, obviously, like you know, every week we set a quiz question, which is always based on the Holy Quran, so we get to learn more facts about the Holy Quran, and hopefully that will help us read. Because personally, I've started reading 50 verses of the Quran daily. I've missed a couple of days, but Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says that if you are one of our believers, One of the signs are that they recite 50 verses of the Holy Quran every day.
Absolutely.
If you do that, you can recite the Quran 3 times in a whole year.
Wow.
Look at that, 50 verses. Do you know how long it takes?
Go on.
10 minutes.
There you
If
go.
that.
10 minutes of your time.
10 minutes, that's it. So after you've read your Maghrib and Namaz, sit down, open the Quran, read 50 verses, easy. That's how easy it is. So now, this week's quiz question is, which letter, and I'll say that again, which letter is used more times than any other in the Holy Quran? Come on, bro, you repeat it as well, so they might not recognize my voice. They might not.
This week's quiz question is, which letter is used more times than any other in the Holy Quran? Such an easy question, or is it a hard question?
It's an easy question, just Google it now. Right now, you get the answer straight away. It's not hard
I
at all.
kind of think I know the answer, but I don't think I want to reveal it just yet.
We can't. But there you go. The numbers on the bottom of the screens right now. Pick up your phones, get researching. You might already know the answers. If you do, pick up that phone, ring, and inshallah, you can take part in the quiz for that £25 gift voucher for myshop14.com. You waiting for a call, rather?
They don't know. We're going to call. Don't worry, they're going to call. So anyway, let's continue with our topic. So this week's loyalty, I think. Which person or Zain do you think is in your eyes stands really high in terms of loyalty? Take historically, Islamically, anything. Like which personality do you feel that is very, very loyal?
There's a lot of personalities, and as you know, Brother Hamza, we're going to link it to a holy personality later on. But if you're just talking generally, then we can say I'll speak to my brother today about it as well, and he mentioned beautifully Hazrat Muslim. So
Muslim bin Aqil.
Muslim bin Aqil. His story is amazing. When Imam Hussain was in Medina, he sent him to Kufa to see how many followers and how many people, all the letters that he received, that these people want Imam Hussain to come to Kufa. He went there. How many people pled allegiance to Muslim? They said, we are with you, we are with you.
Yeah.
Now what was the result of that? Now does this show, is it just loyalty from what you say? If anyone can say, yeah, we're with you.
Exactly.
But when Hazrat Muslim was left alone, how many people were with him?
Nobody was there.
He was alone.
He was alone.
He was left alone in the streets of Kufa. Now you tell me, is that the kind of loyalty we're on about?
No, loyalty, as we mentioned before, loyalty comes with truthfulness. So the fact that they were loyal just by saying that they were loyal, they weren't truthful from the heart. So you have to be loyal and show your loyalty by being truthful and by following that person and then giving everything that you can in that way for that person.
Inshallah. Yes, let's take our first call this week. Assalamu alaikum. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Saida from Crawley.
Saida from?
Crawley.
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 Coolly.
Me and Hamza getting confused.
I'm confused, so I have no idea what this place is.
Crawley.
Yeah, Crawley.
Yeah, from
Crawley.
London. Right, we're writing London down, okay? Yeah. Well, are you going to answer the quiz question, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's Alif.
You think it's Alif? Where'd you get the answer from?
I had kind of a guess and searched it up and I thought it was Alif.
Brilliant. Did you watch the program a couple of weeks ago, the hard question that we set?
Yeah.
Do you think this one's a lot easier than that one, or this one is just as hard?
Hello?
We may have dropped the call.
Drop the call. But yeah, she watched the program. I don't remember her calling.
There you go. But
which means it must have been a hard
it
question.
must have been a very hard question.
Yes,
But
brother.
I'm glad that we gave
You asked me about a holy personality relating.
as you were mentioning that Muslim bin Aqil's beautiful story, and it's a very heartwarming story where he was loyal to the cause of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, and a lot of people showed his support by, when they said, yes, we are with you. But when he was actually there, that nobody was there for him. And so that again comes to the question of loyalty, truthfulness, and being loyal and following that person from the heart.
So it's not just loyalty by the tongue or by writing letters. It's, you have to do it with the heart and with action. You have to show your loyalty.
Absolutely.
And obviously, when we go into second half, we'll talk about a holy personality that showed his loyalty, not in his character, not just in his character, in his knowledge, in his the way he sacrificed his life
in
for
his
Islam
life,
as well.
absolutely, not just his.
We have another call, brother.
Okay, let's take another call. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Hiba and I'm calling from Bradford.
Wa alaikum salam. Hiba, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Go on, you got to answer this week's quiz question.
Yeah.
Go on, what's the answer?
What's the answer?
I think it's Alif.
Okay, you think it is, or do you know it is?
I think it is.
You think it is? Okay, that's good.
That's always a safer option. Remember that, because if you're wrong, then no one's going to blame you then.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you for your call, Hiba.
Thank you for your call. Yeah, we have two answers now. There you go.
That's quite good. A lot of people have been eagerly waiting for this show and eagerly waiting to participate.
I think us two have been together for a long time, bro. I think had a domino effect.
Well, I'm glad that we're back, and then now we can continue with this.
Let's take a few more calls. Assalamu alaikum. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Walaikum salam. I'm Lala calling from Ireland.
Layla, sister Layla from Ireland. How are you? You okay?
Yeah.
Is the weather nice down there?
Yeah. Pardon?
How's the weather there? Is it sunny?
It's raining.
It's raining? No.
Oh, no.
How's that possible? It's been so hot here for the last 2 days. 25 degrees. I've got a pink shirt on today.
It was hot here yesterday.
Say again?
It was hot here yesterday.
Oh, brilliant. At least you've had some nice weather. It's been really hot. That's why I've got a pink shirt on today.
Sis Layla, have you been missing this show? We've not been on for a couple of weeks. So have you been missing it, or have you been you're not bothered? Tell us what you think.
Pardon?
Have you been missing this show for the last couple of weeks that we've not been on air?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the answer to this week's quiz question, Sister Layla?
I think it's Alice.
Right, thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Inshallah, keep watching. You'll find out at the end of the program if you win or not, okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Take care, Khuda Hafiz. Right, Hamza. We need some, I know
answers, exactly.
I think.
No, I think. I know for sure.
No, inshallah, come on, brother, come on.
Assalamu alaikum, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Walaikum salam. My name is Sayyid Nazir Abbas Shah, and I'm
Nazir
calling
Abbas.
from London.
Mazhar Abbas Shah from London. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How old are you?
13.
13, mashallah. And have you been watching this program for a few weeks now? Have you watched it from the start?
Yeah.
Do you like the program? Is it good?
Yeah, it's very good.
Thank you.
Okay then, Mother Abbas, tell us, do you know the answer to the quiz?
I think it's Alice.
Think. You have to be sure. But
Are you
nevertheless,
sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fantastic.
There you
That's
go.
the one. Keep watching the program, inshallah.
We
Let
need
you
more
know then.
confidence, from people.
That's it. We need people to let us know what it is, innit?
Exactly.
We have more calls. I can hear the phone. I can hear
The phone is just going off the
control.
hook.
Phone calls are going crazy in the back.
Very good. So that means a lot of
Right.
people are
No one.
watching.
Assalamu alaikum. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Ya Ali Madat.
Mawla Ali
Shah,
Mother.
Firoz
I'm
Sam.
Zaha calling from Leicester. The answer is Alice.
Zahra
Thank
from
you
Leicester.
very much, Sister Zahra from Leicester. The answer is Alif.
Very good.
There you go. I think everyone's got.
Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz. Thank you for your call.
Everybody's giving the same answer today, which is, I think, it's a good sign.
Is it?
I think so. Could be. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, bro. Come back to loyalty.
Okay. So coming back to loyalty, you mentioned the personality of Muslim bin Aqil. I think I'm going to mention, everybody knows his personality as Imam Ali, where he showed extreme loyalty towards Prophet, towards his family, towards his friends, and there's so many examples that we can give. I don't think we have an hour of this show is enough to give examples for him. I think one of the examples that sticks out in my brain is when Prophet was, when he went to Makkah and Prophet asked Imam Ali to sleep in his bed. He did that immediately without even questioning Prophet, and if anything, he questioned the Prophet that, are you going to be safe? Even though he knew that he's in more of a dangerous situation than the Prophet, but he was more concerned, and he showed his loyalty with his actions, with his tongue, and obviously with his heart.
Look at Imam Ali. How many times when people used to run away from the battlefield, who was the one who stood there protecting the Prophet?
It was always Imam Ali there, and he showed extreme loyalty.
That is his loyalty. We'll have another caller. Assalamu alaikum. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum. Ya Ali Madat. My name is Waji and I'm calling from Luton.
Wa alaikum
And
salam,
the
Waji.
answer to the question is Alice.
Thank you very much, Waji from Luton. How are you? You okay?
Yes, I'm good. What about you?
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much.
If you're happy, then we are happy as well.
Very energetic caller. Very good. To
Thank you very much, brother Waji. Inshallah, keep watching the program. We'll let you know at the end of the program. Khuda Hafiz. Brother Waji's gone.
Wow.
Brother Imam Ali, how many examples can you give?
I think there's countless examples where.
Now, even the amount of times that he used to give away his food to the poor. Now, that's a sign of loyalty, not to show them. It's to show Allah.
Allah subhanahu wa
Now,
ta'ala.
look, this is what you require. This is how humble you ought to be, and he used to do it in the way of Allah.
And that goes back to this, that he showed loyalty for Allah's sake, and he showed hatred for Allah's sake.
When you talk about hatred, generally you're talking about in the times of the Prophet was times when you used to fight the enemies in a battlefield. Now there's so many personalities out there used to fight ferociously. People used to come in their way. Example again, Imam Ali again.
Exactly.
When he used to fight in a battlefield, people in the traditions it mentions that we could tell where Imam Ali was in a battlefield because we could see heads flying.
Exactly.
So whenever you see heads flying, you know Imam Ali's there.
There you go.
Now that's how they used to fight for the hatred
Exactly.
in the hadith that's mentioned, and hating for Allah's sake. There you go, brother.
Okay. Is there another call, or shall we move on with the topic?
Any other callers, brother Adil? Yeah.
There's more calls. Okay.
Let's take some calls, Hamza. Come on.
Assalamu alaikum. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, you're live on air. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sabatu from Birmingham, and I think the answer is this Alif.
What's your name? I didn't get the name.
Brother Adil, did you get the name? Oh no, make sure you save the number, yeah?
Save
because
the
we're
number.
going to say, brother, we don't know who from Birmingham, if that's the winner, okay?
I'm going to write no name for now, but we'll still enter you in the quiz. And
no name from Birmingham.
No
Please
name.
ring us again and give us your name if you can. We didn't get your name. I'm sorry about
just
that.
be a little bit more clear, that's all.
Inshallah, yeah. Other brother examples. Look at, for example, Bibi Fiza.
Exactly.
Alayha. Look how she served the household of the Ahlul Bayt.
I think with her, loyalty was extreme with her. I mean, the fact that she showed in numerous occasions where she always stayed with the household of the Prophet, and where she gave herself, she gave everything in her way for the household before anything else. And loyalty that we learn from her, I think if we implement that in our life.
And she's got a really high station in Jannat as well, so it's very important that we all read and know about this holy personality, Bibi Fiza, as well, and know what her status and her qualities are in the religion and how she served the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam.
Absolutely.
We have another caller. Assalamu alaikum. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Seda, and I'm calling from Luton. And the answer is Alif.
Thank you very much. Sister Sayeda from Luton. Did she not call before?
Hafiz.
That was another sister Sayeda from London.
From London.
So this
I was getting confused. I go, why is the same
No.
person rang twice?
Yeah, I was thinking that, but luckily she's changed the geographic location.
Yeah, brother. Right.
Okay.
Generally, well, let's talk about friendship.
Okay.
Right. What benefit is it if we're loyal to each other?
Exactly. Look, as you mentioned before, that if I'm being loyal to you or you're being loyal to me, you're doing that for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're doing that because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you that quality, and you're showing that quality through your actions and through your speech and through your good morals and good heart. And that's what we should do. We should show our loyalty towards our friends, towards our family, towards everything, because you're not looking for a reward from me. What can I give you? There's nothing I can give you. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that's going to give you everything.
Exactly. At the end of the day, look, you're a friend and we're friends in need. Anytime you come across a situation, you have a problem in life, you can turn around to your friends and come for support, speak. They can give you a shoulder to cry on. Now, some things you can say to your friends that you can't to your family.
Exactly.
So obviously, if you're going to show loyalty, you're going to build trust. You know then, like, look, I've shown loyalty to this person. This person knows I'm loyal to him. So he can trust me with his wealth if he ever needs to, with his keys if he's going away on holiday, then I can look after his house. With anything, any personal issues, for example, you can open up to me and share, so I can possibly help you solve them problems in life.
Exactly.
Now, if you don't have that loyalty or trust between friendship, it's artificial then, isn't it?
Everything is artificial.
So you're just like, hi, how are you, brother?
Exactly.
See you later.
Exactly, and you don't want that, because you want to build good support network, and you want to have good, as we mentioned, loyalty. It's all about showing allegiance or showing support. And if you can show support towards your friends in the times of need, then you're a better friend than anything else.
Right, we're going to take a phone call from our next friend. Assalamu alaikum. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Who's calling and where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Seda, and I'm not calling from London. I'm calling from Luton.
Luton, yes, we did get that Sayeda. Yes, we got that. There was another sister Sayeda who called from London before you. But
I got confused.
Yes.
Brother Hamza knows what's happening. Don't
we
worry.
put you in the quiz, so don't worry. You are in the quiz, so don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. Hafiz.
Hafiz.
They get worried there, brother.
I know. They're very
You can't blame her, can you?
Very
though?
enthusiastic.
I was getting confused there.
Doesn't
Don't
matter.
worry, we'll be loyal to you, inshallah, all the way.
We'll be loyal to our views, because our views are very loyal to us. They're watching this show every week, and we're here for you as well. So if there's anything you want to discuss with us, if you want to give us feedback, pick up the phone, and if there's anything you want to tell us, please feel free to do so.
Definitely. Now, obviously, another important aspect from all these personalities that we mentioned is not to show loyalty for these different causes or your friends, but obviously one of the main reasons that you want to show loyalty is towards your religion itself.
Exactly.
So you can help your religion progress and improve and look amazing in front of other people.
Absolutely.
As well.
I want to give an example there of Bibi Asiya. You know, look at that time that she was living in. It was time of the Pharaoh, but she showed loyalty towards her God, and because she showed loyalty and she was firm in her belief, that we are still able to talk about, and she's one of the holiest and highest rank in Jannah. because of her support that she showed and the fact that she stayed firm. And there's lots of other examples that we can give in our religion.
Prophet Yusuf, for example, look, he was enticed by Zuleika to commit sins, and he was loyal to his Lord, and he ran away. The doors opened for him. He had the strong belief in his Creator, and look, he was departed from his father. And what was the result? He ended up meeting his father as well. So you have that, inshallah, you'll see the rewards in this world and the hereafter.
Exactly.
We have more callers, Brother Hamza.
Assalamu alaikum, what's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, assalamu alaikum, you're live on air. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum, can you hear us?
We may have dropped that call.
We may have dropped that call again. Yep, right, Brother
Okay.
Hamza. Coming to loyalty again.
Okay. As you were mentioning, there's loads of examples that we can give from Quran. Again, the main basic thing that we need to go back to is the fact that you're showing loyalty towards God, and God will reward you, because God does not just let anything slip by. If you feel that I've been loyal for or if you've done something good for so long and you've not seen the reward, then you have to be patient, because if you don't see the reward in this world, you will certainly see the reward for it in the next world. And I think the main other thing that we have to show loyalty towards is our family as well.
Definitely. Family, obviously, you got to remember at the end of the day, there's a very famous saying that you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. So your family, you have to, if they're good or bad, you've got to make out with them. You've got to make sure you get along with them. If there's any problems, you've got to make sure you've got to resolve them. And you've got to obviously, you know what I mean? Your family are very important in your life.
Families there, like a lot of times, some people only have family. A lot of people they don't socialize that much, they don't go out that much, or they don't really have that many friends. And family is like their friends.
We all need to sit down and understand the relationships that are involved in families. It's your mother, your parents, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your kids. There's different types of love in that family. That depends on what your situation is. But yeah, we have more callers, Brother Hamza. They want to win this prize.
Assalamu alaikum, what's your name and where are you calling from? We may have dropped that call.
Was that no one from Birmingham again?
I think it's the no name from Birmingham.
No name from.
Please say your name a little bit more clearly.
Yes, brother, you're saying about family.
Exactly. Like a lot of people, as I just mentioned, a lot of people don't have friends, but they treat their family as friends, which is fine. And you need to show your loyalty towards your family as well. There's a lot of times where, I think, let me give my personal examples where I've been busy with work or something else, and if my family needs me, then I have to cancel, and I have to put priority first, and I have to always make sure that my family comes first, and that means that I'm showing loyalty towards it, not for the reward that I'm going to get for my family, but for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because I know that if I show loyalty or love towards my family, if I put them first, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you.
Especially elders, because if you help them, obviously what they're going to do, they're going to pray for you. And it's more likely that their prayers get accepted more than ours.
And that's the biggest reward you can get. I think du'as and prayers from your family or your friends is the biggest reward you can get.
Do you have any more calls, Brother Asif? Hello? Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Who's calling? Oh no. I think
a lot of people are just calling, and it doesn't matter. I think a lot of people are eager. But what we'll do is we'll put the hadith on the screen for you again one more time, so you can read the hadith again, where Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, says the strongest iman is the loyalty for Allah's sake, by loving and hating for Allah's sake.
so. Everything at the end of the day is not just loyalty. I think it can attribute to a lot of things. Trust. Everything that you do in life is for Allah's sake.
Exactly.
It reminds you of Ruwadeen as well. Tawalla and tabarra.
Exactly.
Love the Ahlul Bayt and their companions.
Exactly. And hate
and show hatred towards the people who hate them.
Exactly.
So this is part of our religion.
I think everything that you do is part. You're helping. You're showing the quality of God in you, the little quality that God has given. You're showing that in you for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so you can get reward from Him, not in this world and in the hereafter.
There you go. Right. Look how fast time goes.
Time is going too fast. We've got so much to cover, and it's still going too fast.
Right. I think, should we move on to the next segment?
I think we should.
Right. Everyone out there, as you know, every week we link the topic to a holy personality. But before we do that, we're going to mention the quiz question one more time. We're not had a phone call. We're going to open the phone lines 5 more minutes, inshallah. The quiz question this week is: which letter is used more times than any other in the Holy Quran? Which letter is used more times than any other in the Holy Quran? We've had a lot of phone calls. We've had the same answer, so I think it's pretty easy.
So I think so. Compared to a few weeks ago, it sounds easy because so many people are calling, and so far we just had the similar answer.
Definitely. So as you know, every week we relate the topic to a holy personality, and this week, Hamza.
I've been very eager for this to mention this holy personality.
We've been holding.
I've been holding it in for all that time because there's so much I can say.
You asked me, brother, can you give me an example? I was like,
yes.
I want to say it now, but I can't. But we saved it for now. I mean, I'm sure you all know who we're thinking about when it comes to being loyal, to show wafa.
There you go. He was given that title.
He was given that title.
The title was given the fact.
I mean, there's no other person better than
Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam.
But before we show the biography, another caller. Assalamu alaikum. Who's calling? Where are you calling from? No call. Right, let's show the biography of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam. There you go. You've got the biography there. The name is Abbas alayhi salam. Title Alam Dali Lashkar Hussain. Qamar Bani Hashim. His agnomen is Abu Fazl. His father's name is Imam Ali, and his mother's is Fatima bint Huzam ibn Khalid, also known as al-Banin. And his birth is on the 4th of Shaban, 26 AH. His death was on the 10th of Muharram, 61 AH. Obviously, as you all know, you've heard the stories of Hazrat Abbas. And his shrine is in Karbala in Iraq. Now, as you all know, the amazing fact that strikes me, first of all, brother, is when you look at the story of Karbala itself, Imam Hussain brought back the bodies of all the companions. There's only one person that was left where he was martyred, and that is Hazrat Abbas. Now, and if you look at the distance between the shrines of Hazrat Abbas and Imam Hussain, it's the same as Safa Marwa.
Wow.
Exact distance is exactly the same. So that itself is a miracle itself. So yes, brother, talking about the
Hazrat
loyalty
Abbas,
of
I think Hazrat Abbas showed loyalty in so many ways. He showed loyalty towards his family. He showed loyalty towards Islam. He showed loyalty towards his nation. He showed loyalty towards everything. And when you know when Imam Hussain was quite young, Hazrat Abbas used to follow Imam Hussain everywhere where he used to go, because he was like his shadow, because he didn't want anything happening to Imam Hussain even from a young age, because he was truthful towards Imam Hussain, and he was very loyal through his actions, through his speech. Whatever situation Imam Hussain was in, Hazrat Abbas used to put himself first, because he didn't want any harm coming to Imam Hussain. And that was one of the biggest things, you know, Hazrat Abbas had, the fact that he was loyal to Imam Hussain, not just Imam Hussain but to everybody.
Exactly. Look at his name. What is his name? We need to say Abbas. What does that mean? Exactly. Is it a lion? No, it means the lion that other lions fear and escape from.
Wow.
So that's the kind of lion Abbas means. And his other name, Abu Fazl, what does that mean? It means a father of virtues. In what way? Due to his high moral standards that he had in his life, due to his great knowledge that he had read. He was a student of who? Have you ever thought this? Where did he get his knowledge from? Yeah. He got his knowledge from Imam Ali, from Imam Hassan and Imam Hussain. So he was a shadow, a reflection of their knowledge, of their akhlaq. So can you show me anyone who's more loyal then?
No, not that I know of. I mean, Hazrat Abbas, because of the fact that the title was given, you know, Sarkar-e-Wafa, that he was, you know, one of the leaders of loyalty. The fact that he was loyal to Imam Hussain, you know, the whole household of the Prophet, for every situation at every stage, not just Karbala itself, from beginning, from when he was young until Karbala.
I think there was a beautiful story in which Imam Hassan and Hussain are sat in a mosque, and they call Hazrat Abbas via a messenger. He calls Hazrat Abbas. Hazrat Abbas stands outside the mosque until he gets permission to come in. Now Imam Hassan and Hussain engage in a long conversation which lasts till Fajr the next morning. And as they're walking out, they see Hazrat Abbas is still stood outside, waiting. He goes, I can't come in until you give me permission. Look at the loyalty. That look, they are my masters.
Exactly.
He never called Imam Hussain his brother. Until the moment he died. That's how loyal he was. That look, he's the Imam of my time. Even though he's my brother, I'm going to call him my master.
Exactly.
That's the loyalty that Hazrat Abbas shows. I mean, like you, brother Hamza, like you mentioned before, that loyalty is one of the most noblest characteristics that an individual can have, and it should be in every single believer out there. Now, Hazrat Abbas set the record in this field, didn't he, for loyalty?
Hazrat Abbas, there's no, for me, when you look through history, or when you look through Islam, or if you look through anything, and you think if there's anybody else that you can find, for me personally, I haven't found anybody else who is more loyal, and somebody who was more truthful, somebody who was always there for his brother, for his family. And you know, the fact that he used to call his brother masters, he never used to call his brother, you know, brother. He had so much respect for them. And the fact that he used to put himself forward always in every situation, and from when he was young, again going back to Karbala.
So basically, Hazrat Abbas himself showed that he was the best example of being faithful to the allegiance to the Imam of his time.
Exactly.
So he showed his allegiance by being with him all the time, being there all the time. Look, his loyalty, that until he was alive, Imam Hussein had no worries.
Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. He was a flag bearer in many battles.
Absolutely.
He was the one that the standard was given to. He was a leader of the army for Imam Hussein. Now that's the loyalty that he's shown, that look at his status in this world and the hereafter, brother.
Exactly, and I think we need to learn from all that. Giving examples and giving all these things is very good, but the fact that we should learn, the fact that are we loyal towards our Imam? That's the main question that we should ask ourselves. We can look at the life of Hazrat Abbas, look how much respect he had, how much loyalty he showed throughout his life. Can we even show like 1% of that towards our Imam?
Exactly. Again, Hazrat Abbas, when we were talking about the hadith, it says loving and hating for Allah's sake, right? Now, when it came to battles, obviously Hazrat Abbas was introduced in the battle of Siffin.
Yeah.
Now, there's so many battles Hazrat Abbas has taken part in. He used to fight like an angry lion in the battlefield for the sake of God.
Sake of God, and that goes by his name. That showed that his name was given to him for a purpose, and that he was, he stayed truth towards his.
When his face was covered in the battlefield, people used to get confused with Imam Ali.
Wow, that's such an amazing thing, and I think we should learn from all that, and we should show our loyalty towards our Imam of our time, and we should, because a lot of people like nowadays we're so busy in our routine that we don't have time for these sort of stuff. But reading more about our Imam to show that we are loyal towards him, remembering our Imam on every day before you leave the house, when you come back, and obviously doing small stuff to show that Imam, we are there for you. I think that's the main thing that we should learn from these things.
I'd like to share a quick little story by Imam Sadiq, sixth Imam, in which when he goes to Ziyarat to Iraq himself, he visits the shrine of Imam Hussein and the Ahlul Bayt there. And there's only two instances I've seen in history where someone's run to a grave. One is Imam Hussein, when he left Medina, he ran to his mother's grave.
Yes.
And secondly, Imam Sadiq ran from Imam Hussein's grave to his uncle Abbas's grave. He ran there, and do you know what his words are in the ziyarat that Imam Sadiq recited? He says, "My uncle Abbas was clear-sighted and steadfastly faithful." Look at that, these words are so strong. Steadfastly faithful. If you type in steadfast on the internet, do you know what the definition is? Loyal.
Wow.
Now that's Imam Sadiq's ziyarat that he's recited for his uncle Abbas.
There you go.
So the Imams themselves are showing us through their ziyarat that our uncle was loyal, faithful. Steadfast also means constant. Someone who's always constant in his faith.
I think it all comes back to the fact that all these holy personalities, they knew the importance of faith and importance of remembering God in their life all the time. And if we can implement that in our life, then we can surely elevate ourselves spiritually towards, going towards their level. We can never achieve their level, but at least we can work our way up a little bit from now.
And look, obviously, there's so many other incidents as well, where even in the Battle of Karbala, these are words of Hazrat Abbas himself. He says, "By Allah, if you cut my right hand, I will keep on defending my religion, and that true-tongued Imam who is the son of the pure Prophet."
Wow,
that's the words of Hazrat Abbas. Look how strong them words are.
Absolutely.
Even if you cut my right hand, I'll still carry on defending my religion. Who for? Not for himself, for the son of the Prophet, for the sake of Allah, for the sake of the religion of Islam. So that's Hazrat Abbas for you, brother.
And that reminds me of the loyalty of the companions of Imam Hussein, that on the night Imam Hussein says to his companions that, if you want to leave, I'll switch the lights off and you can leave. And everybody stayed, and they said, if we are killed 1,000 times and we bring back 1,000 times, we'll still be here for you. They're still loyal towards their Imam of the time, and we need to do the same. I think we should learn from all that, and we should say that, look into our life, are we loyal towards our Imam? That's the question we should ask ourselves, that if we are, how do we show this loyalty? And I think first of all, the biggest thing to show is by remembering our Imam, reading du'as, and praying all the time, and obviously praying for his reappearance is the main question.
Inshallah, definitely. This topic that we're talking about today, loyalty, hopefully even this is one person out there that's taken positive from this, and inshallah will implement it into their lives. I think we have a caller, brother.
Assalamu alaikum, what's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, assalamu alaikum, you're live on air. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum, what's your name, where are you calling from?
Alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Sir, Muhammad Osman, Mehman to Hajj Jama'i Zila Tata, Pakistan.
You calling from Pakistan? What's your name? आपका नाम क्या है?
Sir Mohammed Osman Kattahi Chuar Jamai Zilla Thatta Sant Pakistan.
Mohammed from Pakistan.
Mohammed from Pakistan.
और आपने सवाल सुना है क्विज का क्वेश्चन, आपको उसका जवाब पता है?
सर दूसरा सर सवाल दोबारा सुनाइए सर.
जी सवाल है, you say in Urdu.
सवाल है कि कौन सा लफ्ज सबसे ज्यादा दफा यूज हुआ है कुरान में?
कुरान पाक में.
कुरान पाक में.
सलाम सलाम.
लाम.
लाम.
बहुत
जी
शुक्रिया.
बहुत शुक्रिया, आपने बहुत तकलीफ से हमें फ़ोन किया होगा, इतने दूर से काफ़ी खर्चा और हो गया. इंशाल्लाह दुआओं में याद रखिएगा इंशाल्लाह ज़रूर.
Wow.
Wow, look at that, we're getting calls from Pakistan.
Called from
I think it's
Pakistan.
1:15 in Pakistan right now.
Wow, the fact that he's been eagerly waiting for this show. That shows a
Is
lot.
is either eagerly waiting for the show or he's rung the wrong number.
I think he's eagerly waiting for this show.
Inshallah, definitely is a rule. Right, thank you for your call, Brother Muhammad from Pakistan. You never know, you might win.
Never.
That voucher's going to go all the way to Pakistan. Inshallah, yes, brother. Coming back to this week's topic, loyalty and Hazrat Abbas, there's no better example.
No better example.
I would always recommend all the viewers out there to pick up a book and read the life of Hazrat Abbas. And
You'll find so many examples from when he was young to Karbala. That Karbala is just at the end, but he showed loyalty throughout his life, from when he was young to his battlefields, to Imam Hassan, to Imam Hussein, to Hazrat Ali, to everybody he showed his loyalty.
And what can you say about his shahadat? I mean, when he was born, Imam Ali picked him up and kissed his hands. And when the women asked, why are you kissing his hands? And when Imam Ali said, these arms will be severed in the plains of Karbala, that is the signs of his loyalty from his birth, brother.
Yeah, he was steadfast and he never wavered. He knew that he will be strong in his faith.
Well, inshallah, now we're going to reveal the quiz winner. But before we do that, inshallah, have you got any last comments, brother, to the viewers for loyalty out there?
I think the main thing I would say that in terms of loyalty is show your loyalty towards your Imam, show your loyalty towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, read more, remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more, remember your Imam more, and remember, if you feel that you are being loyal and if you do something good and you're not being rewarded in this world, surely there's a reward for you in the next.
And also, if you ever feel that you find it hard to be loyal to someone for any circumstance, you may have a problem, you may not be able to come to that terms that you can show loyalty to people, go and seek advice. Who can seek advice from? There's so many scholars out there, there's so many internet sites, Imam Ali Foundation, where you can go online and pose questions to ayatollahs, to the different marja'i out there, where you can ask them different questions and they will help you.
Exactly. Easiest person is go to your local mosque and ask the Imam there.
Ask the Imam there and see if they can give you more advice better than us, because obviously we are not scholars, we are just here to give you a general view on our perspective of loyalty. You want to know more, or ask these scholars who have studied years, given their life to studying the books, and they can tell you loyalty inside out, inshallah. Right, inshallah, before we reveal, I was going to say relief.
No, before we reveal
the quiz answer
the quiz.
And the winner, inshallah, I'm going to recite a short noha on Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam. So after a loud salawat, please.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
सजदा वफा पे कर दी अब्बास बावफानू, सजदा वफा पे कर दी अब्बास बावफानू, अखियां च तीर लग गया, अखियां च तीर लग गया, हाय ज़ारा दी दुआनू, सजदा वफा पे कर दी अब्बास बावफानू, चल नाल मेरे गाजी आदिल हुसैन आखे, रोवेगी खुद सकीना तेरी लाश सीने लाके, मकतल च छड़ में जावा, मकतल च छड़ में जावा, किवे तेरे जे भिरानू, सजदा वफा पे कर दी अब्बास बावफानू. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
I mean, if you've not heard that noha, make sure you get it. It's amazing.
It's
How you type it on
absolutely
YouTube. It's a really good. There's so many different verses in that. It really does give you a grasp.
I think it's
grasp
one of my favorite ones, and I didn't want to say that before in case.
There's another verse in
Yeah,
that says, basically you haven't got the permission to fight. You only have the permission to get the water.
Wow.
And also Hazrat Abbas's other name was Al-Sakka. He's known as that, as the provider of water. The one who who was the provider of water. So yes, Brother Hamza, coming to this week's quiz.
This week's quiz. Wow, everybody's eager to know. First of all, let's reveal the answer to the quiz.
What was the question?
Okay, the question should be on your screen just now.
The question
which letter
was
is used? Which letter is used more times than any other in the Holy Quran? And the answer to the quiz question is
Ba. No, I'm joking. It's Alif. It's Alif.
Why are you confusing?
We have to confuse him, brother. I have to make him think what?
No, it's Alif.
It's Alif, and all the winners in there except one, obviously, that brother.
Yeah.
But there you go, Brother Hamza. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You pick the winner this week, inshallah.
I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to pick a winner.
Don't look.
I didn't look.
Let's see who this week's winner is.
This week's winner is
No.
Yes.
No. Let me say it, bro.
I don't know what to say. So
Oh no, it's brother No Name from Birmingham. So the brother who rang from Birmingham,
whose name we could not understand. I'm really sorry. The voice was not very clear. But please ring us if you are from Birmingham, and if you did ring us before, to tell us your name, and we'll send you the quiz. The prize. We're really sorry. We could not understand your name on the phone.
right there you go. It says the winner, today's winner. What does it say? No name from Birmingham. So we need to put a name on that screen. So if you know who you are, please ring us from Birmingham, and inshallah we'll text you or email you the voucher for My Shop 14, £25 voucher.
Exactly.
Fabulous gift, brother.
Exactly. So please make sure you do ring us, otherwise it's going to go to waste, and you don't want that.
There you go. So inshallah, let's end the show with dua al-faraj as always. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma kulli waliyika Hujjat ibn al-Hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala abai في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. Brother Hamza, it's been nice. I really love the program with you today.
It was a pleasure as always.
It feels like we've been away for ages, but inshallah
we're back.
We're back, and we'll be back same time.
Same time, next week.
Inshallah, same time, same place next week, only on the H&Z Show. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.